Listen, following football costs enough money already, so don't let your mobile bill mug you off. Rocket Mobile gives you unlimited everything for £16 a month. No nonsense. Powered by Vodafone and Free, plus exclusive content and prizes when you switch on over. Scan the QR code or click the link and put that cash back into football.
Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Marty with me. We've just been Club Brugge 3-0 over at their place. It was in the Champions League, putting us top of the Champions League. It's nice. It feels good at the top at the moment. In two leagues, comfortable win. What did you make of it to begin with?
Listen, it's the easiest game of football I think I've watched all season. Arsenal. It was so relaxed. It was so chilled. And listen, don't forget, Club Brugge had a few chances. David Raya made some good saves. And they could have posed questions, but he just didn't have the quality up front to do the job and do us any real damage. And it just looked like, if I'm honest with you, from where I saw it, a complete walk in the park.
Did it look different to you to what you've seen of Arsenal, say, first half of the season, where, like Atletico Madrid, Tosin actually mentioned Atletico Madrid, where we're just bossing teams, they got no shots on target and we're winning 4-0. Did it feel different? Considering there's a lot of injuries in this team at Arsenal, what you're saying, it was pretty much the same of what I saw today than what I saw at Atletico Madrid in the Champions League.
It's just looked like a bit more like a training ground exercise, a bit more. I know, listen, I'm not being disrespectful. Don't forget, I think Barcelona went there and shipped a few goals. I said it before. Club Brugge have got 9 injuries. They're playing their third choice goalkeeper. They got rid of their manager. They've got a brand new manager in who used to be their manager. And, so they're in a bit of turmoil. It's not, everyone talks about injuries. They've got 9 first team players out. So they go into this game with us and we showed our quality. Where I say it was so relaxed, it just looked like we were in complete control. It looked like a behind closed doors game where it's a run out to give players exercise. And that's kind of what it is. Don't forget, we had Christian Norgard at centre back. The team was heavily rotated.
They were getting shots at Raya as well. There was moments where, listen, like you said at the top of this, you said the quality wasn't there. And we both said that on the Match of Live, and it said a better team might have punished us a little bit, but we didn't concede. It ended up being 3-0.
There's a difference, and my example of quality to punish teams is the opportunities they had. The ball ends up going, and they're good saves by Raya, but they're comfortable saves. They're more comfortable. Listen, Madueke picks up that ball in the midfield, drives through, shoulder checks him, goes, get off me, and rifles that ball into the top corner with venom. There's no goalkeeper on this planet that's getting that goal. I'm sorry. He turned on the afterburners, turned on the style, and went, listen, watch this, and stuck it exactly where you want it stuck.
Better than Martinelli's?
Oh, right, listen, this is another. Martinelli picks up the ball, and this is another absolutely fantastic piece of skill and football panache. Ooh. He picks up the ball, caresses it around, jockeys himself into a position outside the box and caresses it into the top corner like prime Thierry Henry-esque. Mm-hmm. It was a fantastic goal. Even, do you know what, Madueke's header, when Zubimendi puts the ball into a really dangerous area where, listen, if they had a quality goalkeeper in goal like a Donnarumma, I think he pedals to the back post, he maybe sticks it over, but they didn't. They had their third choice goalkeeper in goal.
Yeah, his position was all over the place.
Yeah, he wasn't in the right place. And Madueke, he puts it on the money. When we talk about players like Declan Rice putting balls, that is a very, very dangerous area. All the player has to do is get up and stick it in the back of the net. If I'm honest with you, it's a shame that Yarez wasn't there. He was, when that ball goes in, he's kind of offset a bit too, your number 9, that's exactly where you want him, at that post, ready to head it straight. It's a gift. It's a Christmas gift. Yeah. Speaking of Christmas gifts, listen, Jesus coming back. Jesus is coming back to save Christmas.
Didn't you just have a Yarez top on?
No, I didn't, mate. No. God.
Jesus now.
Jesus is coming back to save Christmas.
All right, so we've got AFTV much of Jesus on there as well. So we'll get you a Jesus top as well.
I'll take that all day long. We've also got it with a variety of other players. We've got Thierry Henry one as well.
That's true.
Listen, and all you guys hit up the AFTV store on the website.
Look at that, mid-promotion.
Fantastic stuff on there.
Love that.
There's some Christmas jumpers, there's some Christmas T-shirts.
100%. And you're saying Jesus is arriving back just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, 100%. And do you know what? What I saw of him tonight, and if I'm honest with you, I saw more tonight in the time that he was on the pitch instead of Yarez. Yarez, and I'm just saying it as listen, I'm not.
Is that a damning statement though? Do you think that's quite a? there might be truth in it, because I'll be honest, we saw him get involved in the play. He's hit the crossbar, he's had a few shots, but is there an argument to say, it's the back end of a game, Club Brugge players might be tired, and Jesus is the player that can take advantage of that, or is it? Have you seen? You're concrete on this opinion? Listen.
No. Look, I'm not saying he's not the man for the job, right. And I understand he's come back from injury. This for me is a perfect game. Listen, Madueke took his opportunity. He's come back from injury, and one of the things that Madueke has been questioned on by a lot of Arsenal fans is his end product. Correct. So what he did was he picked up the ball and drove it through the team and stuck it in the back of the net and showed Arsenal fans, listen, talk to me about end product, mate, I'll smash it in the back of your net. That's what I want to see from Yarez. And I'm not seeing that. I'm not even seeing him being in threatening goal positions or having, clear-cut chance where you think, or sort of really staking his claim.
Even Madueke's goal, like you said, it should have really been him on the end of it.
Listen, and Martinelli's come back from injury as well, and he's just popped up with a banger. It's these games, this game tonight, and Wolves on Saturday, where Yarez has got a perfect opportunity. I'm not being disrespectful, this is lower level opposition. They haven't got £60 million players on the pitch. They haven't got this level of ability, and the quality. We're picking players from clubs that we want. We're going to other teams. We went to, and saying we want you, and we're laying down severe amounts of money to get these players. The tussle we had to get Yarez. Yeah. Listen. You need to start turning up with the goods now. You do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There comes a time. Martin Zubimendi, I think, has been a fantastic. Listen, you're always going to have off games, but I want to see you getting into the game. I want to see. Listen, what I saw from Jesus when he came on the pitch, I saw more. Yeah. I saw more effort. I saw more ability. I saw more patterns of play. Yeah. I saw him getting into more dangerous positions, little give and goes. And he wasn't on the pitch that long. I didn't see that much from Yarez, and that's it.
That's fair. It's hard to argue with that. I mean, I was there. We kind of was mentioning the Matchday Live. It's something I knew would be the conversation that's going to kind of dominate the Arsenal One fans, and I think you'll see it online. I think in the coming days about Jesus off the back of 2 knee injuries, where you'd think that will completely change a player, potentially ruin a player's career. But he's come on, like you said, the give and goes, the 1-2s. He was fully involved, and we saw chances that Yarez should have been on the end of the Noni Madueke goal. That should have been him heading it, in my opinion. Jesus come on and got very much involved. I said he hit the crossbar. It's interesting as well because, I always people keep saying about Yarez, he's not the player that you thought he was going to be. He's not the player you thought he was going to be. But we hope he does. We hope it does change. But Jesus, again, you got to give him credit for what he's done off the back of 2 knee injuries, coming back and looking like a player that could actually be a great option. Havertz will be returning soon as well. This whole front line could be very dangerous in a few weeks or months.
Listen, this is a guy, don't forget, with Jesus that we haven't seen on a football pitch for over a year, I think.
Yeah, it's close.
Yarez has had his injury, but he's played a multitude of games, here and there. He might have been injured, but then Jesus has come on and started to look lively and be like, right, this is the player. And do you know what an important player he could be for our title charge, this season and this Champions League. We're in a fantastic position. We're top of the Champions League. We've now afforded ourselves where essentially we've got 2 dead rubbers. We're as good as qualified. If we're not qualified, I don't know how the other results have gone. So that you've got. It's again, you're affording yourselves a bit, opportunities to rest players and bring in other players for these games. Like this Inter Milan game, I mean, they're gonna need to win it. They're gonna go for it. This is a perfect opportunity to rotate the squad, give players an opportunity that are knocking on the door, saying, "Look, I can do a job here." And giving them that opportunity to prove themselves, like the Karaak game that we've got coming up. That is, I mean, look, not being funny, even if you can't beat that probably with our under-21s, I mean, there's going to be a problem. That's no disrespect. Yeah. It's just where we're at, the levels that we're at. We've come through this whole competition to, so far we've conceded 1 goal.
Crazy.
That's, and listen, tonight, I think, people thought it might be a little bit harder than it was. Like I said, just my honest opinion, I haven't all season watched a game and been as less stressed as I watched tonight. It was like from the get-go, it's just sort of a formality, and it just went exactly the way it needed to go. And listen, we came out of it with no injuries. We roll on to Saturday, Wolves. Again, this is a team in the Premier League that have got 2 points. They got absolutely steamrolled by Manchester United, and we all know they're not the best Manchester United. And it's, they're coming to our place as well. It's time that we turned on the afterburners with them. Even with this heavily rotated squad, I want to see players rested. I don't think Rice should be playing that game. If Christian Norgard can manage that with his load, then 100%, he should be playing. And we've got options.